Bonjour classe, bonjour. Bienvenue, bonjour en classe aujourd'hui. Nous allons discuter un peu à propos de la verbe venir et le passé récent. Le passé récent. Le passé récent décrit euh, quelque chose qui s'est passé juste au moment qu'on parle. Juste au moment qu'on parle. So today we're going to be talking about the verb venir. The verb venir is a verb that is used in a tense called the passé récent. It's the recent past. We talk about it and describe it by saying something that has just happened at the moment that we were speaking. So it's just happening at the moment that we're speaking. And the way that it is formed, we can talk a little bit about it. I'll show you what I have available to you based on the blog, which I've just updated. But the blog is here, and I'm going to take myself off the picture really quick, and you'll see the French 2 vocab and the passé récent. The passé récent describes an event that has just happened, literally happened at the moment of our speaking. Passé récent is usually used only in speaking conversation. It's rarely used in the written conversation. And it's formed by the following steps. I'll have a picture up there for you momentarily. So that's basically what we're going to do. Let me show you how we actually construct the passé récent, and I will again cover myself up here just so that I can make sure that I do this. The first thing that you need to make sure that you know is the present tense for the verb venir, and you'll find this here in your book. It is on page 62, la page 62. Et pour la verbe venir, c'est je viens, tu viens, il, elle, on vient, nous venons, vous venez, and il, elle viennent. Question, est-ce que nous prononçons le ENT? Oui ou non? No! Nous ne prononçons pas le ENT at the end. So it should be je viens, tu viens, il, elle, and on vient, nous venons, vous venez, il and elle viennent. Okay, so make sure that you have that memorized. Make sure that this conjugation is clearly memorized and that there is no question of whether or not you know the information with regards to this right here. Je viens, tu viens, il vient, nous venons, vous venez, and ils viennent. Must memorize that. It's super duper important. Remember that these guys right here, V-I-E-N, V-I-E-N-S, V-I-E-N-S, V-I-E-N-T, V-E-N-O-N-S, V-E-N-E-Z, V-I-E-N-N-E-N-T. Super duper important. Make sure you have that memorized. Okay. So we have our conjugation here, and the way that we would go ahead and we would start our formation for the passé recent is we have to follow a couple of steps, and you know there's always steps. So the first step is to do the verb venir in the present tense. We must conjugate the verb in venir in present tense. It will be followed by the preposition de, or it will be followed by des apostrophes. Tell me when I would use des apostrophes. This is going to be a question to make sure that you answer. Des apostrophes, so it will be followed by that. So we've got venir in the present tense, then we have de or des apostrophes, and then we have an infinitive verb. Okay, an infinitive verb. What is an infinitive verb? Qu'est-ce que c'est un infinitive verb? Quick question. Is mange an infinitive verb, or is manger an infinitive verb? You tell me which one is infinitive. Okay, so it's super important to remember that the infinitive verb follows at the end. The only thing that you really need to conjugate here is the verb venir. So super important. Let's look at how the book explains it really quick. The venir, these are the conjugations in the present tense. Vous venez souvent ici. Do you come here often? Let me zoom in over here. Vous venez souvent ici. Do you come here often? See here. Vous venez souvent ici. Do you come here often? Something to tell you to do something. Viens vers 8 heures. Viens vers 8 heures. Come over around 8 o'clock. Venir. You should know this. This is a Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp verb that we use in the passé composé. So its past participle will be venu, and it is using the être in the past tense. So we would say, ils sont venus vendredi dernier. Ils sont venus vendredi dernier. They came last Friday. Nadine est venue déjeuner. She came to eat lunch. Nous sommes venus au lycée. We came to the high school. Es-tu venu trop tard? Did you come in too late? So it's really important to remember that this is a passé composé verb with Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp. Now we start talking about the passé recent, something that has just happened. Here's a prime example of what it looks like for passé recent. Je viens de prendre mon goûter dans ma chambre. I just had my snack in my room, meaning that at the moment that we're speaking, je viens de prendre mon goûter, I just had my snack, means it just happened at the moment of our speaking. Nous venons de regarder cette émission. We just watched that show. That means at the moment that we're speaking, it just happened. Okay, so that's how that works, okay? We'll talk a little bit more in just a moment about the infinitives and things like that as far as something that somebody has come to do. So for instance, well, I guess we can go ahead and do it now, but venir can be used with an infinitive to say that someone has come to do something. So for instance, Papa est venu me chercher. He came to pick me up. Elle venait, this is imparfait, elle venait de rendre visite. She just came to visit us. Elle venait de nous rendre visite. Elle venait nous rendre visite. So she just came to visit us. Now, there are verbs that are associated with venir, and they are done exactly the same, with the exception of the passé composé. These guys right here, devenir and revenir. Devenir means to become. Revenir means to come back. Okay? Do me a favor. Your next question that you're going to have is going to ask you to construct two sentences. Construct two sentences for one sentence using devenir and one sentence using revenir, using that in the present tense and the past tense. So that's going to be something that you have to respond. So make sure you do that. And then finally, the last verbs that are associated with the verb venir, but these guys are not Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp. These guys are Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp verbs just like venir. However, these guys are not. Tenir. Tenir means to hold. Maintenir means to maintain. Retenir is to keep, to retain, or to remember. And these three verbs are all verbs that take avoir in the passé composé. So these guys are not Dr. and Mrs. Vandertramp verbs. So we're actually not going to use those with être. We use those with avoir. A past tense example would be j'ai retenu tous les infos de Madame. I remembered all the information from Madame. Okay? On a retenu mon passeport à la douane. On a retenu mon passeport à la douane. They kept my passport at customs. Corinne tient le livre de cuisine. Corinne is holding the cookbook. So you can see how these verbs look a lot alike. Now, let's talk a little bit about the passé recent, the passé récent. The passé récent, let's look at. Okay, I want to look at this exercise here. I'm going to use this a little differently, so don't follow the directions. But if I asked you the question, ta mère a apporté les gâteaux, I'm asking you whether or not your mother brought the cakes. And what I would say if I wanted to say, yes, she just brought them. Thank you, Edward. I will reply in just a few minutes. Just a second. If I wanted to say that your mother just brought the cakes, I would say, if I'm asking the question, ta mère a apporté les gâteaux, did your mother just bring the cake, or did your mother bring the cakes? I would say, yes, she just brought the cakes. I would say, oui, hold on one second, oui, elle vient d'apporter les gâteaux. Okay, so she just brought the cakes. Tu as mis les fleurs dans le vase. Did you put the flowers in the vase? Tu as mis les fleurs dans le vase. And I would say, oui, oui, je viens de mettre les fleurs dans le vase. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm saying here that yes, my mother, yes, she just brought the cakes. And then I'm saying here, yes, I just put the flowers in the vase. Okay, let's do this one. I want you guys to do this one together, or actually on your own. Pierre, actually, we'll do this one together. You do the next one. Pierre et Stéphanie ont fini de faire les courses. We're asking the question, did Pierre and Stephanie finish their the grocery shopping? And we could say, oui, ils viennent de finir. Yes, they just finished. Okay? All right, now, this next one is for you. Tu as sorti les boissons. Tu as sorti les boissons. Pretend like the depuis quand is not here. Did you get out the drinks? Did you get out the drinks? And I want you to write, yes, I just got out the drinks. Yes, I just got out the drinks. How would we write that? I just got them out. And the verb here that we're going to be using is sortir. It means to get out. Okay? The next one. Let's do number 7 together. Or you guys must do number 7. Tu as préparé les tartes aux poires. Did you prepare the pear tarts? And you want to say, yes, I just prepared them. I just prepared them. And then the last one I want you guys to do as well is ton petit ami est déjà arrivé. Did your friend just arrive? Or I'm sorry, did your friend already arrive? And you would say, yes, he just arrived. He just arrived. So get those finished up. Last but not least, at the bottom of this page here, we have a section here where you would choose the correct option to complete each phrase. So I'd like for you to complete this, and you can put it in the question section, okay? Actually, you can actually pause the video, write everything down, and then you can go from there. We can post this on the blog, okay? I hope you guys have a great day. Bonne journée, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday. We have a Throwback Thursday soccer team coming up, so prepare yourselves. Have a good one. Au revoir. Bonne journée.